What is going on, guys? My name is Brendan, this is WWE 2k14 Universe Mode, and this is Wednesday Night Main Event and Friday Night Smackdown. So let's go ahead and check out the card for this week's show. It's going to be Antonio Cesaro versus Sheamus, two guys who are trying to move into that main event scene, trying to get the world title shot. The primetime players, the PTP, will take on the Tag Team Champions in the Shield. And how about this? Big E Langston will take on The Miz one-on-one. So, we will play the tag team matchup. So, Cesaro beats Sheamus. Probably a bit of an upset there. Big E beats The Miz as well, the US champion, coming into Survivor Series strong. So, I think Cesaro, we've seen him around, the IC title scene. I think he's actually ready to move in. And perhaps, if Mark Henry can't get the job done, maybe Cesaro is the next man in line to get a shot at the world title. It very well could happen. You never know. But at the moment, it is the primetime players. They're going to take on the Shield. The PTP, I don't know. I think they've been a little bit disappointing. They should probably been in the main event. Well, not main event. They should have probably had a couple of tag team championship matches at pay-per-views. I think they should have been probably tag champs by now, if not very close. But they've been there, but they've dropped back when the time counted. So they've kind of been in and around the scene, but now there's a lot of new tag teams coming around that the PTP have been pushed back a little bit. So if they can beat the Shield, who knows, maybe TLC or Royal Rumble or something like that, we may see them with the tag team championships around their waist. Who knows? But the Shield, ever since they won the belts, they've been unstoppable as a tag team. They've lost a few matches here and there, but really, on the pay-per-views, they've still gone out there and given it their all, and they've won each and every single time they've had to defend their tag team championship belts, which is surprising to me because, they've of course been, the enforcers for the authorities, so they've been doing all of the authorities' dirty work. So their mind's certainly been very distracted to their goal, and they've been able to still find a way to find the W, which is very impressive. So props to the Shield, but right now, it's going to be very difficult for them. So we're going to play this one. So we will play as the Shield. So we're playing as Seth Rollins at the moment. So this should be a pretty good matchup in my opinion. But I think the Wyatt family versus the Shield is a lock-in for the Survivor Series pay-per-view, which is going to be next episode. I'm currently working on the promo videos for it. I think you guys are going to like what I've come up with. I think you guys are going to really enjoy the pay-per-view itself, and I think I'm very excited to bring it to you guys. I think it's probably going to be one of the best pay-per-views that I've produced. I think I'm probably the most pumped up for, especially the main event, the six-man tag team match. I'm incredibly pumped for that match. I don't know if you guys are too, but I mean, that match is going to be off the hook, so I'm very excited for that one. The world title match is going to be very, very good, and we're going to see more of that later on SmackDown, but I think Survivor Series is certainly shaping up to be a very, very fun and exciting show. So, pretty much, I think the card is going to be the Shield versus the Wyatt family for the tag titles. AJ Lee is going to take on Layla for the Divas Championship. We're going to have a couple of new surprises, and I've got a few little twists and turns that you guys are going to see on the show as well. So, look forward to that. As I said, Ryback will take on Henry for the world title in a last man standing matchup, of course, six-man tag team match as well. And triple threat of decided Big E, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt. Triple threat for the US title. And of course, Wade Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler as determined on the last episode of SmackDown. So that'll be very, very good as well. Hoping Ziggler gets the win. I mean, it's always good to see a guy who's gone from nothing back to the top. Look at The Rock. He went from 2 months in a row without a win. And now he was back in the main event scene at Hell in a Cell. Didn't get the job done, but he's certainly back where we want to see The Rock, and that's on top. Hopefully Ziggler can get in that kind of, can get the same kind of treatment there, because I love for him to get a shot and win the IC title. But Barrett, I tell you what, he's been very, very good as a champion. Going to be very tough for Dolph Ziggler to win, because ever since Barrett's kind of won, it's been a little bit, give me the title, give the title to Kofi, give it back to Barrett, give it back to Kofi, kind of thing. But now that he's gotten away from Kofi, I think Barrett's going to be very tough to beat, because I think Kofi was the one guy that could probably beat Barrett on any given night. They were very even in talent, very even in skill, and it was pretty evident that Barrett certainly had a lot of troubles beating Kofi. I have to go back to the second episode of WWE 2k14 Universe Mode where Barrett lost in a steel cage match to Kofi. He lost the title there and he won it back, and then, I don't know, it's just back and forth, but now I think he's separated himself away from Kofi, Dolph Ziggler. I mean, he could be the man to do it, but it's going to be very, very difficult for him. But Primetime Players looking good here, looking as though they could probably knock off the Shield here, and like I said, they really do need to get a victory here. But I tell you what, the Wyatt family, they've very much impressed me over the past couple of weeks of Universe Mode. They've gone from a tag team getting a lot of wins, but not much for it. You know, not getting any recognition or any championship matches for it in return. But now they're pretty much plowing through the tag team division, beating everybody. Now they're getting rewarded for that success and that great run they are having, and they're getting a shot at the Shield's belts. And I think the Shield's championships are very much so in jeopardy here, because the Wyatt family, I think, have beaten the Shield before, and they've pretty much beaten everybody. So if Bray Wyatt wins the US title and then the Wyatt family tag team wins the championships as well, we might see a new power stable here in the WWE in the Wyatt family. So that's a very scary proposition. But we'll have to wait and see for Survivor Series to see that. AJ Lee and Layla, they've had many matches in the past. You've got to go back to where AJ won the championship from Layla. And it's just been a very interesting time for Layla. And she had an opportunity. Well, she never actually, I believe, got an opportunity to have a rematch for her championship belt, because Brie Bella took her spot, of course. And, you know, Layla hasn't been that great. And there's a spear from Roman Reigns. Did you see that spear? Just plowed through Titus O'Neil. That is going to be it. The tag team champion's going to beat the Primetime. Oh! He has kicked out at 2. You've got to be kidding me. How the hell did Titus O'Neil kick out of that? You go for another cover here. 2. Oh, he's kicked out again. Titus O'Neil staying alive. So Layla kind of deserves an opportunity at the Divas Championship. Hasn't really gotten a chance. Hasn't really set the world alight either. So you could argue that Oksana probably deserves a shot. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But Layla and AJ is a lock at Survivor Series, so that'll be certainly interesting as well. So, I mean, Survivor Series looking great. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. And let me know in the comment section down below, what match are you looking forward to most at Survivor Series? Is it going to be the 6-man tag team matchup like myself, or perhaps the world title matchup with Henry and Ryback, or maybe even the tag team matchup? Well, who knows? But here's a hot tag. Here comes Darren Young. And no, Rollins reverses. And straight away, all the momentum that Darren Young just had has been flushed down the toilet. It's gone. So a bit of a failure for D. Young, but he hits back with a nice slam there, taking down Seth Rollins. Now Rollins perhaps in a bit of trouble. Darren Young with an elbow right to the face as well, looking to try and recapture that momentum he just lost. But once again, Seth Rollins taking him straight back down to the mat, taking him out of this equation. Now he's going up top, hits that 5-star frog splash that he tried to hit earlier, but he missed. Seth Rollins on a roll with a nice little neck breaker as well. Now looking to tag in the big man. Is he? I don't know. I thought he was, yes, he's going to tag in the big man, Roman Reigns, and here he comes. So both these teams, I wouldn't call Darren Young a high flyer, but they have one big guy and one. Well, Darren Young's still pretty big, but I don't know. You know, Seth Rollins is a high flyer. Darren Young, a bit of a wild card. He can do a bit of everything, and then you have Roman Reigns and Titus O'Neil, who are the two big guys. And I think Roman Reigns might be setting up for this spear again to try and put Darren Young away. I don't know, but here we go. What's this? No, I thought he was going to hit that spear, but Darren Young stopped him with a nice little DDT, trying to stay alive in this match. Now he tags in his big man, and now it's both big guys going at it. Oh, no! I thought he hit the spear, but Titus O'Neil countered it. Now, big trouble here for Roman Reigns, who could be out of it here. Titus O'Neil looking to finish him, put him away right now. Big trouble. Here we go. Oh, he's taking him down. That's got to be it. Big upset here for the Primetime Players over the Shield. One count. Roman Reigns kicking out at 1, proving to be very, very tough to beat, as we do know. And now big trouble here as he goes for another pinfall there, but now looking for the hot tag. Here comes Rollins. Boom! Takes down Titus. Look out, Darren. Darren's gone too. And now Titus in big trouble. And Seth Rollins trying to win this one for the Shield. Normally Roman Reigns is the guy to kind of finish it off. Unable to do so with his spear. But here comes Seth Rollins, who misses that frog splash again. How many times has he tried to hit that tonight and it's been off target? So no good there from Seth Rollins, but he may be looking to try and finish this one off. And wait a minute, what's this? Oh, yes! And he's got him. Here we go. Darren Young's out of it. Distracted from Roman Reigns. And you can see the Shield get the win now with Seth Rollins finishing off Titus. Oh, beautiful finish there from the Shield. They've done it again. How difficult are they to beat? My goodness. They are certainly the best tag team going around right now. And, well, here comes Dean Ambrose to celebrate with them. Big win. He knows it. The Shield know it. The Shield coming into Survivor Series on a roll. Who's going to win? The Shield or the Wyatt family? I don't know, but here we go. Here comes SmackDown. And this is what we got for you guys this week on SmackDown. How about this? Oksana will take on Caitlyn one-on-one. Not only that, the Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett will take on Cody Rhodes. And that's going to be a ladder match. Wow. Dolph Ziggler will take on Kofi Kingston. Ryback will take on Del Rio. That will be our match this week. And how about this tag team? Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel. They're going to take on the Wyatt family. So they debuted as a tag team on a Universe mode, but it's going to be a very tough one. As Mark Henry will take on Antonio Cesaro as well. So Oksana proving to be a spearhead in the Divas division, getting a win there. The IC champ gets a win as well. Kofi Kingston beats Ziggler. So Ziggler's pretty much big winning streak has come to an end at 1. So a bit disappointing. And the Wyatt family win, and Mark Henry beats Cesaro. So is Cesaro ready? We'll have to wait and see. But the number one contender proving to everybody why he is the number one contender, beating Antonio Cesaro. But here is the champ. Here is Ryback taking on Alberto Del Rio. I wish I could roll the R's, but I can't do that. But here's the big guy. Here comes Ryback. World champ. Won the championship at Hell in a Cell. Mark Henry looking to get a rematch, looking to reclaim his World Heavyweight Championship and reclaim his spot as the King of SmackDown, the King of the Jungle. But it's Ryback at the moment, big hungry. Feed Ryback some more. Well, he's certainly going to be pretty full after he's done with Mark Henry, because Ryback, Mark Henry, last man standing match, Survivor Series, as announced on the last episode of SmackDown. That match is going to be huge in more ways than one, but Ryback has to finish and try and beat Alberto Del Rio right here. So will Ryback rule over Alberto Del Rio, or will Del Rio pull off a huge upset? And here he comes, Alberto Del Rio. Here he is, and well, there's a surprise with Ricardo Rodriguez coming out here. We don't get to see him anymore with Del Rio, but he's still with him in the video game. That's okay. Del Rio hasn't beat the shit out of him yet on our game. He's not that much of a cool bastard just quite yet. But here we go. I don't need to make any kind of announcement. I'll need to roll the R's here because Ricardo will do that all for me. And here comes Del Rio, who arguably himself hasn't really been on top of his game either. I mean, he had a couple of shots back earlier in our Universe mode. Of course, you go back to Extreme Rules. We put on that fantastic match with the Big Show where he probably should have won the belt, but the Big Show somehow won. And I think he might have had another opportunity in between there as well. I'm not sure, but he's been very... hasn't really done much for the past couple of months on Universe mode. So if he could beat Ryback here, he might get himself back in the title picture in coming pay-per-views. We'll have to wait and see. But he's going to be a very, very tough man to beat, Ryback. He certainly has been plowing through the competition ever since he made the move to SmackDown from Raw. He has been almost unstoppable. And poor old Chris Jericho hasn't had a look in this month. You know, Chris Jericho has had that many opportunities to get himself in the title scene. He just keeps missing out. Keeps striking out on the 3, so he can't quite get the big W that he needs. But Ryback was good enough, and Ryback went on to win the title as well. So Chris Jericho unable to get the W, unable to get himself in the title scene. I mean, if you can get the win, if you can get yourself in the match, you have a great chance to beat the champion. Just like Ryback proved when he beat Mark Henry. After Mark Henry, he was the monster. He was certainly the king of SmackDown. Ever since he won the belt, he was unstoppable. But Ryback was too good for Mark Henry, and proved that if you get a shot, you can get the W when it counts. So that's what Chris Jericho certainly has struggled to do. And Del Rio, he just hasn't had an opportunity. So like I said, if he can beat Mr. Ryback right now, and he might be in with a chance at TLC, or Royal Rumble's coming up soon. We have to start preparing for the Royal Rumble. How many guys are going to be in that? On SmackDown. How many of these guys that been in and around the title scene haven't really had an opportunity? They get that big one chance to headline WrestleMania. That is going to be exciting. So guys like Del Rio, Ziggler, Christian, Cesaro, Big Show, Sheamus, those kind of guys all get a shot at the Royal Rumble. So that's not too far away, actually. I mean, when you think about it, WrestleMania is not that far away on our Universe mode. We're doing quite well. My goal is to hit WrestleMania before WWE 2k14. I think we can do it this time. I mean, we've got, what, 4 in-game months, 5 in-game months to do. We can do that. I don't know what I do after WrestleMania. Would I start it clean or fresh? I don't know. Hopefully by then, like, the next day, the new game will be out, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully the last episode of Universe Mode will be the day before 2k15 comes out. That would save me a lot of thinking to do. But anyways, we're a long way away from that anyways. But Ryback looking good. Del Rio also looking good with a nice little reversal there, taking Ryback out of the ring. And Ryback, well, probably won't mind that too much, being outside of the ring, getting to use the steel steps and the ringside barricade and the steel ring post as well to his advantage. So maybe not a good place for Del Rio to be, as he just found out pretty quickly as Ryback throwing him over those steel steps there. Now he's just beating the crap out of Del Rio right now. But Del Rio fighting strong, staying alive in this one. He wants an opportunity. He wants to get himself back in the title picture, because he hasn't really stepped down. We saw Ziggler, he stepped back down to go for the Intercontinental Championship. Del Rio still kind of stayed at the top. He wanted to keep fighting for that World Championship. He hasn't quite had the chance to do so yet, but he hasn't decided that enough was enough and he was going to step back down, but he's still trying to fight at the top, which, you got to say, that's pretty good on Del Rio. I mean, he's still trying to fight away, trying to keep himself relevant, trying to keep himself at the top. Whereas, guys like Dolph Ziggler, he realized, look, I'm a long way away from that world title match. I've got to get myself back winning matches, and if I can do that against guys like Barrett, Christian, Cody Rhodes, guys like that, that will certainly help me in the future. And that's not a bad idea. Maybe Del Rio might need to think that if he can't get himself the win in the next couple of months. But Ryback looking to finish off Alberto Del Rio here. And he's got him up. Might be looking for some shell shock. Here we go, marching around the ring. Here we go. Ryback taking him back down. Planting him on the mat. Count to 100. That's it. And get out of here. Big hungry. Feed Ryback some more, because Ryback has just ruled over Alberto Del Rio. The king of SmackDown, as he likes to call himself. The king of the jungle has got another W. And it will be a battle of the behemoths at Survivor Series. Ryback versus Mark Henry. Last man standing match. Who the hell can keep each other down for more than 10 seconds? I would like to see that match. I can't see Ryback staying down for 10 seconds. I can't see Mark Henry staying down for 10 seconds either. What a match that will be. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Universe Mode. If you did, make sure you smash the like button. Follow me on Twitter, BrendenPlayz. And some comments and a subscription from you would be fantastic as well. Hope you guys are looking forward to Survivor Series. It's coming up very, very soon. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.